Ladies and gentlemen, for the 778th time, it is the Mason and Friends Show, featuring that dude called Mike, aka L.J. Rod Statham.
Yeah.
As well as that dude called Jew, aka El Juperino.
What up, bitches?
Me, I am Mason, aka Mahoney. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Got some saxophone up in this
Like
bitch.
how I worked that out?
Yeah. What's happening?
You know, sometimes it pays to know a little something.
Damn.
That's some smooth shit up in that
Keeping it
motherfucker.
mad
You would
smooth.
think someone fucking up in here with this.
Nah, this ain't the fucking part.
This
This,
ain't
is the
fucking
man
sax.
standing at the doorway with his coat over his fucking shoulder looking at the bitch
This
like
is the
smoking
lonely.
a cigarette.
This is the Lonely City Sax,
Like, what's up, girl?
right there.
Yeah,
That's Lonely City Sax right there.
He looks at her,
About to
do a
come
little
in,
head nod,
I'm about
tells
to
the
come in,
bartender,
baby. Make your night, baby.
shoot that drink down there to her. She come with me tonight. That's exactly what's happening. He ain't even got to say a word. He just look, give her a nod. She gets up, takes her drink, walks on over to him.
Like
You going to my place tonight?
Ladies and gentlemen, the illustration of actions from Big Mike.
Because that's how it would go.
I'm Black Dynamite.
Yeah. You know, he got another movie coming out similar to Black Dynamite.
God damn it.
It's coming out in September, man. Matter of fact, I'll look it up while we're talking. Because, man, I had to watch Black Dynamite to get my damn self, but I watched it
Oh
yesterday.
man, I wish I had. It didn't even occur to me.
Man, I was laughing my ass off. I was like, fuck, I forgot about this motherfucker. Because I told him to watch it.
It did occur to me when I was making the video. I was like, oh, I should go fire that up. But then I was done with the video and it didn't come back to me.
Because, what's this? Yep, Outlaw Johnny Black. That's what it's called. Outlaw Johnny Black coming in theaters September, I think it says September 15th or September 20th or something like that. But yeah, it's similar to Black Dynamite, except it's gonna be like a spoof on Black Western.
Oh, okay.
What's the dumbass story going to be there? Because you know it's going to be a dumbass story.
It's gonna be because that's how he does his shit, but it's gonna be funny as fuck.
Yeah, but a funny dumbass story is better than a lot of these not
Oh
funny,
yes, absolutely.
still
What's been
dumbass
going on?
stories. Yeah.
Like, what was it? Shit.
Shit, that both. Goddamn Black Dynamite is stupid, man. Fuck.
He started laughing about some shit that didn't happen.
Show that little nigga with his little baby dick and shit.
Because the malt liquor was making your dick small. They was putting drugs.
The malt liquor was shrinking black people's dicks and shit like that. That was the whole storyline of that fucking movie, bro. God damn it, man.
They're like, man, it's this new drug on the street called smack, getting kids addicted and shit, and it's only happening in black neighborhoods.
Dude had a baby dick. Like, you remember that? You remember the show's baby dick? It's way long ago. Way long ago.
No.
Shout out to Misty.
Oh, she got sent that baby
Yeah,
dick.
you don't remember that baby dick that was sent?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that dick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that. But I was like, come on, man.
The baby clit. It was like a clit.
That's what they showed, because, man,
They showed.
once they figured out what the fuck the deal was, they're like, holy shit, the white man is drinking the black dick. That's what's going on. And fucking, they're like, oh shit, one of the homies that fucking ran up into the warehouse would have found the fucking malt liquor and was like, oh man, these crates are just full of malt liquor. It ain't no drugs in these motherfuckers. He was like, man, y'all should have got yourselves a case. And he's just pounding the shit. And they're at the restaurant, Black Dynamite, they're going through the whole fucking process of like, all right, so this is how this is connected to this, and what's that mean? Anaconda.
Man.
And they're like, and anaconda's another term for what? The black dick. So the white man is drinking the black dick through the malt liquor, and they're like, oh shit, we gotta go get him. And they kick open the door, this motherfucker standing like this on the couch, drunk, with a little baby dick hanging out his pants, yo. And they're like, oh my god, it's the baby dick. And they're like, do you want me to do it? Do you want me to take you out your misery? But look, so I went ahead and I watched that joint called They Clone Tyrone.
Okay.
It's not a bad fucking movie. Like
that
I thought
Jamie
it was gonna
Foxx
be.
shit?
Yeah. So Jamie Foxx plays a pimp. He's not the main character in it, but he's one of the three. So it's about this drug dealer who ends up getting killed, who wakes up to find out that fucking he's actually, you know, he thought he was dead, and then the pimp tells him like, "Yo, motherfucker, no, I saw you die. You're not who you should be." They go on this fucking spill through the hood to find out that there's fucking underground. There's labs underground, and the hood is called Glen. And they're all this whole underground lab of fucking motherfuckers putting shit in the chicken, putting shit in the fucking shit at church, putting shit in the perm, putting shit in the dance videos, the music.
We're gonna put some drugs in this wave activator.
Yeah. And it's basically like each drug that is put in certain shit, like the chicken making motherfuckers happy and laughing and all this other shit. They got the fucking music. The music is controlling your mood, you know, whether you're gonna get violent or whatever the case may be. The perm shit relaxes you, just like, you know, it makes you more nonchalant. The shit at church just made you ignorant to the fact of everything else that's happening.
And this
right?
is all in cloned Tyrone.
This is in Clone Tyrone, because I'm like, you know, everybody kept saying there's shit in there, you just gotta watch it, you'll understand. So I'm like, let me see what they're talking about. And I'm like, oh, they're just putting it out there saying like you're controlled by the shit this is how they keep you in line. This is how they keep you in check.
So it's subversively saying stop paying attention to all the shiny object bullshit.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's exactly what they're saying.
Well, that's probably a good message.
That's what I was like, well, wait, this now it makes sense. You know what I mean? But so when they find out what's going on, because I don't think you're gonna watch it or you're gonna watch it, so I can spoil this shit.
Please.
You know what I mean?
I
So
love a spoiled movie.
in the end of it all, you know,
I'm so different from when I was younger. Like unless you're like, this is a really good movie, I'm like,
yeah,
please
this wasn't
spoil
one of those where you gotta watch this motherfucker.
right.
It's gonna change. Nah, this is more so you want to watch it and you be like, I get it now. I
It's
see what
not
the
like
deal
it's
is.
The Fountain by Darren Aronofsky. Check
Yeah.
that one out. Don't forget your mushrooms.
So, you know, they go to these establishments and they find out the person that's handing out all this shit is a white dude with an afro. Like every place they're at, there's a white dude with an afro. White dude with an afro is running the chicken spot.
Is a white dude with an afro supposed to like make him like
Well, see, that's the
somehow
thing. Like fit
less-
into, less threatening.
less threatening?
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, damn,
more
how you rock that
accepting
fro like
to this
that?
motherfucker. But
I love your hair.
there's a white dude with an afro is the
like,
DJ.
Like when your uncle was loving Biggie's afro at the
at the wedding, yeah, some shit like that.
Right.
So they when they
Telling
find
you, dude, if I could grow afro, I'd be dating black
Man,
girls.
Biggie's Pro is insane.
If I had a
Yeah.
Biggie afro, I'd be
Yeah.
dating black girls.
So when they find stupid ass, when they find the clones, right, they find out they're only cloning certain people in the neighborhood. They're like, wait a minute, they cloned the preacher, they cloned the pimp, they cloned the drug dealer, but the regular hoe that was on the street, they didn't clone her. And she's like, yo, what the fuck? And the guy comes down, he goes,
Like
look.
she wanted to have another clone.
No, she was just wondering why they only cloned certain people in the hood. And then come to find out, these are the people that motherfuckers deal with on the daily. The pimps keep
yourself a
motherfucking...
little more space.
The pimps keep fucking putting the hoes out there. You know what I mean? To keep the other motherfuckers in line. The drug dealers keep pumping the drugs to the people to keep them ignorant. You know what I mean? And the preacher's telling you the shit that you want to hear to keep you blind to the fact of what's going on. So they're only cloning the people that are
heavily mind influenced.
Exactly. So the dude tells this bitch like, look, you're a dime a dozen. You don't mean shit because ain't nobody gonna listen to you because you know what? You're a hoe. Ain't nobody gonna pay you no fucking mind. You're there to do a fucking job. You're there to suck some dick.
Suck this dick.
That's it. That's your job. So she was like, yo, it's fucked up, but we gonna get y'all. So she's trying to take them down because these motherfuckers have like catchphrases to make people stop doing the clones they made to not do what they did. You know what I'm saying?
You mean like there's like a fail-safe term?
Yeah, there's a
Stop
term.
button on 'em.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, it's a stop button, but it's
Yeah.
verbal.
So then come
Like
to
the
find
Universal
out,
Soldier or the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
dude that his name isn't Tyrone. You don't figure out why they call it Tyrone. It's because the guy's name is something else. Fontaine. That's the guy's name. Fontaine is the motherfucker that they cloned, right? So he finds out that he knows he's a clone, and
But where did original Fontaine go?
that's just it. The original Fontaine works for the man because at the end of the movie, the original Fontaine is like fucking.
Is this more of this
70
self-aware
years.
blaxploitation shit?
It's shot that way. It is shot that way, just like that. But it's more so. It'd have been like the crack epidemic, but now, because it's like an updated version of the shit. You know what I'm saying?
As if there was a new crack.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So they
I'm
fucking.
still not really following what's happening in this movie, but
Well,
I can
Fontaine-
appreciate I can appreciate that I don't have to watch it
Yeah.
to not understand it.
Fontaine finds out that the original Fontaine, the original guy,
That works for the man.
works for the man because
Okay.
he's the head geneticist, and he was like, "Look, I've been trying to figure out how to
They had a
modify."
head geneticist named Fontaine.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to modify this to make this shit work, to make the world a better place, and this is how I'm making it a better place by fucking turning you guys. Basically, it's like I gotta keep the hood the way it is so the world will work the way it needs to work, because I'm about to populate the world with the new genetics of these white people that I made. He's like, the only thing that keeps fucking me up is the fucking hair. I can't get the hair right. And I'm like, this nigga's making fucking white people, but they got afros. He can't take the he can't change the genetics to take the afro out. The hairs was fucking him up, and I'm like, what the fuck? Wait a minute. Okay. So
This continues to get more ridiculous.
hold on, the main character Fontaine kills the original version of him, right? And then
Clone kills OG.
they let out all these clones on the streets. All these clones are butt naked walking around the street, and these motherfuckers are in the hood, you know, recording shit like, yo, just a bunch of butt naked people just showed up, and it looks like they're all clones. So then they pan over to like LA. Same motherfucker name. Well, his name isn't Fontaine. He's doing the same exact routine that Fontaine was doing over here in like Atlanta. That this guy's over in California, LA doing. He's sitting on the couch with his homies. He's smoking a bob, and they're watching news of the fucking clones. And they pan over to the motherfucker that looks like him, and they're like, "Oh shit, they done cloned Tyrone." And that nigga on the couch name is Tyrone. I'm like, so wait a minute. I had to wait till the very end of this motherfucker to figure out who the fuck Tyrone is. So Tyrone is Fontaine. Like, why? What the fuck y'all wait till the very end to do some bullshit like that?
Sounds like a horrible movie. It sounds
Not
like it might have
good.
some humor at
It
times. I might
does.
laugh, but it sounds like a horrible movie.
But it's the ending fucks it up. Like the whole movie itself was the message that they were putting into it was there, but it falls short at the end of it. You know what I mean? Like now I'm watching Painkillers, and it's a short series on the OxyContin whole thing.
right.
Man, that motherfucker, so far I'm in it. I got 2 more episodes of this motherfucker left, and I'm like, damn, you know. I remember seeing how shit started to where it became, and I'm like, yo, I remember all this shit happening, because I
Is
mean,
it telling you about the Sackler family and how
yeah, it goes deep with all of them,
how they've
man.
got immunity.
They're going through all that shit,
Putting
man.
us in a crisis.
Yeah, and they're showing how it
And
came to
lying to
be.
people and acting like it's
Yep.
not as nearly as addictive as it actually
Yeah,
is.
and it shows you, because you got people that introduce every episode who lost somebody to OxyContin and
I'm
whatnot.
glad you watching that because that should have just pissed me off.
Oh, it pisses me off, but I'm into shit like that because I like watching the docu-series.
See, now the thing is, I'm not going to watch it because I feel like I've got enough tangential knowledge on the situation. I don't want to, like, when I'm like, oh, you're talking about this, and you're like, yeah, all right, I don't need no more of that in there.
Yeah.
I got enough of that in the tank. I don't need to add any more of that to my brain right now. So much of this shit is just ridiculous.
Yeah, but like, you know, I like a good docu-series, and I also like a good based on a true story series. Like if they done it right, I can watch it, and you know, and it keeps me entertained because I know what happened. Like man, I watched the shit with fucking what's that fucking the child molesting motherfucking transport son of Epstein shit.
Epstein, yeah.
There's one with Gizelle, whatever the
Ghislaine.
fucking bitch,
Ghislaine.
the jizz bitch.
Jizz bitch.
Yeah, so
Ghislaine the jizz bitch.
so they got one about her I didn't even know was on there. I'm like, I'm gonna watch that shit and see what her part of the shit was, you know what I mean? Even though I know this shit and I know it's gonna get me aggravated, but I'm gonna watch it. You know what I mean? Because that shit it's interesting to know some shit that maybe there's something in there that I don't know.
Yeah.
That motherfuckers ain't even talking about. You know what I mean? Because they're still talking about how the list ain't there. Like Jim Carrey said something about this motherfucker at an award show. Was like, you know, we got all this bullshit going on, and you know, we still ain't talking about the motherfucker that had all these kids on an island. You know, and I'm like, Yeah, because they really ain't talking about what
Well,
happened.
they don't
Or the
want it
people
to be
that-
out
and they're,
there.
they're not going to put that out there.
Because the people that were there don't
still
want
there.
anybody to know
Yeah.
that they were there.
Oh, shit, yeah, I was in the room.
That's really what it is. It's
what it
all
is.
Oh, yeah,
all
yeah.
these government officials that have been in the government for a really long time. They're the ones that were there.
You got government, entertainers, movie stars, big business owners. All this shit.
Anybody you would want leverage over.
Oh, yeah,
Anybody
absolutely.
influential, big enough to have influence on by having dirt on them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, man, sooner or later the book's gonna drop. It's gonna be a leak somewhere. But all the motherfuckers, at least a good 70% of them gonna have to die before that shit come
I
out.
don't think so, because look at the Kennedy assassination. They still haven't put that shit out. They've had a mandate to put it out
yeah,
since 2017. Trump didn't do it. Biden hasn't done it. It's not going to happen anytime soon until RFK gets elected. Lord fucking please God. And Vivek.
And I feel bad for Kennedy just because we've seen what happened to his dad and his uncle.
Did you know, have you heard this, that the Biden administration has denied and declined him Secret Service protection,
Yeah.
which it's like Obama had it 580 days or something like that prior to the presidential election. They're only obligated to give it to him 120 days before the presidential election.
Yeah.
The Biden administration is straight dirtbags. They're doing everything they can to keep any political opponent that they have as under complete constraints as possible, to make them spend as much of their fucking budget as possible, to not be able to utilize that budget and that time to counter against him in the electoral process.
Bullshit,
It's cheating. He should be locked up in prison. Fuck that motherfucker. He has said it. Fuck Obama. Fuck Biden. Lock his ass up.
That
Fuck
shit's
that
just
motherfucker.
fucked up, man. Like,
He's a piece of shit.
and I'm sitting there like,
This is so banana republic.
When you really look at it, do you really think, and this is just saying to the Democratic Party themselves, like, do you really think Biden has a fighting chance at any of this?
The real problem is all that they do, weaponizing the justice system against Trump, makes Trump look better and better to people that are either Republican or independents, because the Biden administration is undeniably committing a weaponized justice system right now to attacking the political opponents that they have.
And that's why Trump's numbers are growing like they're growing. And they're like, oh, it's going to hurt him. No, it's not. Everything that you do to this motherfucker. It's all the
free publicity that they gave him the first time around.
Exactly.
It's
You're
just
doing
on
it again.
a different level. It's so stupid. Stop making him look good.
Exactly.
Like, highlight the people that are good, that are out there.
Yeah.
Like RFK-J and Vivek Ramaswamy. My God. Let them run a third party, dude. I'd vote like a motherfucker for those two.
And, and I'm like, again, still, they're going to be old as fucking dirt. You're going to have one that's 88 and one that's 82. Nah. I don't want none of that. No.
They're both horrific options.
One motherfucker already got a foot in the grave as it is now.
Well, they got to make Biden go up like the alternative exits and entrances onto the Air Force One because he can't handle the steps. He can't handle the steps.
They need to have that little fucking thing you hook onto the rails.
Yeah,
that
he
set on
the seat. The seat that you strap into and it rides you up.
Just ride on
the thing that the Gremlins shot the old lady out the house in, and Gremlins.
That's it.
We need one of that one for Biden.
Showed up. He needs all that shit. And some chocolate ice cream. Just get him a bowl of ice cream, man.
I don't know how anybody really trying to shoot that dumb motherfucker yet.
There was a guy, but they killed him already.
Yeah, there's some guy was talking shit. They went and killed him in his house.
Yeah.
Because we have a weaponized justice system. They're probably gonna come kill me for saying this shit. Although we don't have enough.
Actually, like,
if we had hundreds of thousands of people listening, they might come for me.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
Fortunately, we're up to maybe thousands.
We see the men in black show up at our job sites like, you need to hop in. Huh?
Yeah, back the fuck up.
Yeah, like, wait a minute. What you talking about?
Yeah.
I just pulled my dick out and start beating off right there.
Is that like the attempt to get locked up for a mental institute? You're going to play crazy?
Nah. You going to really grab a dude that's beating off?
What are you beating your dick for? What are you doing?
Like,
and the mic comes out. At this stage, you should be back and forth.
If the jump out man, if the jump out man's come to me,
I'm gonna whip my dick out.
I'm gonna whip my dick out and just start beating off. Cause think about it.
Get closer, I'll come on you.
Yeah. If you ran up on a dude and you was about to hit him or grab him up and he starts beating off, you gonna grab that guy?
Look at him thinking.
The fact that he's thinking about it.
The wheels turning. You can see the wheels turning in his brain. He's like,
I kind of forgot the question halfway through the question, but yeah, no, I'm not.
You're not gonna grab a guy that whips his dick out,
dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a technique you can use if law enforcement is trying to take you into custody.
Just whip your dick out.
Whip your dick out and start jerking that motherfucker off. If you can get a hard on while the cops are trying to arrest you, you're a different kind of animal.
If you're in D.C., all you gotta do is just walk up on them, and they're feared for their life.
Wait, what?
It's the January 6th insurrection, man. The cops are feared for their lives, bro.
Dude, you should check out.
It's the most dangerous moment they ever had in their lives, man.
You know, I was telling you about Tucker on Twitter.
Yeah.
You should check out the episode he did with the police chief from the Capitol Police on January 6th. Remember what I was telling you about? I was saying that Pelosi was the reason that all that shit happened because she turned down the National Guard. He requested the National Guard 2 times on January 3rd to be there on January 6th from the jump.
How it should have happened.
Which is exactly how it should have happened, which is what they did on 7th going forward for however long.
They got denied because they wanted it to happen.
They wanted it to happen, exactly right. That's right. And then when it was happening on the day, it took him hours to get help to come. He was calling from the minute it started.
Yeah.
And they just dicked him over. It was ridiculous. Like, you should check it out. I don't want to go all into it, but it is an amazing interview. Tucker on Twitter is absolutely killing it. It's clearly a setup. It's clearly a fucking operation.
Definitely a setup.
It's fucking bullshit.
It's definitely in-house bullshit.
And that's the kind of shit that is the reason why, if we're not careful, we're going to end up with Trump again. That's why we need alternative options, because going after him the way they are is going to make him more popular.
Alternatives, except for maybe us and the alternative motherfucking people.
Right.
Nobody else is saying that there's other options out here.
Vivek and RFK-J have got a lot more traction than I would have expected them to, but they are not being covered in the way they should be by the mainstream
because
media
RFK doesn't people don't like him because of his anti-vax shit. You know what I mean? He was one of the top 12 that was kicked off for the fucking internet.
Well, that's because he's been misrepresented and he's also been demonized by the Biden administration
like a motherfucker
from the minute they got into office.
Yeah, they've been in his ass.
They're the most authoritarian, dictatorial group of government officials I've ever witnessed in my life.
Yeah, in our lifetime, yes.
We're on the verge of a fucking revolution. It's fucking
because it's
terrifying.
boiling. It is fucking boiling.
It's
people are getting pissed the fuck off. You got people losing their pensions over jobs that are fucking closing down because they can't keep open, like these truck drivers that work for who was it that
just shut down?
YTC
Yellow Trucking Company.
Yep. They losing their shit because they're going bankrupt. They're shut down.
They literally locked the doors as the drivers were coming in. No, it's done. You don't have a job anymore.
Yep.
You got up and go to work that morning and you
get
there and you don't have a job.
Man. You don't have shit.
Yeah, it's all she wrote. It's over.
Yep. It's fucked up. And then you got
we're sending billions to Ukraine because that's the issue, right?
We're still sending money over there for what?
Right.
I mean, granted, yes.
When you listen to Vivek talk about it, he's talking about how we got to get the semiconductors that we have going on in Taiwan to be going on here, so that we're not
we ain't worried about what the fuck's getting ready to go down over there
on Thailand and having to defend them in order to maintain our way of life.
Because that's the next one that's brewing right now is the Taiwan shit.
Right, because the Chinese want to be able to have supply of the global supply chain, control of the global supply chain from everything for everywhere, because the whole modern way of world, all the semiconductors right now that we use on a regular basis are coming from Taiwan, which is like Cuba to China. You know what I mean? They're right there. So, but I mean, we've had terrible political leadership for decade after decade, dragging us into
all they're doing is bitching about each other. I'm like, we're not getting nowhere.
Well, they're just trying to divide all of us. They're trying to make us all hate each other so that they can get reasoeed instead of trying to fix
problems. And that's the thing that bothers me is I know people gotta see this shit. It should be resonating by now. You can't be fooled for so long and so many fucking times.
I don't know about that, but hopefully not.
Then again, it goes back to they clone Tyrone shit. You got motherfuckers out here saying my booty hole brown shit. Talking about that damn slow bitch. And the shit that she's fucking doing. Goddamn, that bitch can barely fucking talk. I've heard this bitch in an interview, man. I'm like, oh, that's what she sounds like? This bitch sounds fucking dumb as fuck.
Who's this booty hole brown bitch?
Her name is Sexy Red, I think, or Sexy Girl Red.
We played that song.
Yeah.
So she sounds as dumb as she sounds when she's rapping in that song?
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Like, she don't need to be talking. She was telling somebody that she the STD queen, that she the raw dog queen. Like, she don't like wearing have motherfuckers condoms on, just bust all up in that shit. Like, nah.
Cardi B ×3.
That's that Pound Town, right?
Yeah.
That's the name of the song, Pound Town?
It's called Pound Town.
Oh, yeah, you already know.
See, that's the problem, right? Why are we encouraging young women to be just straight hoes?
But see, they were doing that way back then with that show on MTV.
Listen.
Here it is.
This is pretty bad already.
Just listen to the first fucking verse.
Just the first 3 lines. It's pretty funny.
Strip club song.
I'm out of town, thuggin' with my round. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Where the niggas come looking for the hoe.
This is definitely a strip club song right here.
Suck a bitch toe. Pound town.
Mike would. Why not?
He just took a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga dick a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga eat me out. Pound town, pound town. Let my nigga, he just took a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga dick a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga eat me out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is
This is what they call tight right now.
No, but is that like? Is that a good thing? Is that like a good move? Is that what like?
What?
Is that what like coming up as a species is?
What's
is
that beat again, man?
Is that empowerment? Like, what is this?
I don't even know if you call that that.
Like, what is
Spit over
this?
that joint.
Huh?
I might have to spit
Oh, you
over
want to spit
that.
on
He
Pound
want
Town?
the beat. He want the beat.
I might have to drop out Booty Hole Brown mix of my own.
I love you for that. I can't wait for this.
With the Bob Barker mic.
Is this the instrumental?
I got the instrumental already, dog.
Take heat, fuck these niggas up.
Okay. Hopefully it's an instrumental. As it is. That's got you, Jew. Jew's Booty Hole Brown.
Yeah, alright. We gonna go there. Hey, yo! Check out my Booty Hole Brown. Yeah, so like that. I got it.
You ready,
He said, yo, my booty hole brown.
Hey!
Yeah, we definitely gotta do that. Let's set up the cameras. You make this right, man. This goes viral.
Turn around. Is your booty hole brown? Turn around. Is your booty hole brown?
I don't like them clean. Oh no, you got that sharpened in between. Dingleberry.
Sharp in between.
It's dangling. Booty dangling.
All right, yeah, that instrumental's only about 2 minutes, so you're gonna have to go in when we do this.
Oh man.
We'll see if we go up to Bob Barker. We'll see if we can plug it
I
in.
need you to do it right here because I can't even set you up in the corner. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
go see if we can plug this in. I'm gonna try.
No, you're not using that mic.
It goes
I
back
ain't spend all
to.
this money on mics to have you on a $23 mic for anything, dog. You can hold that motherfucker. That's
got
what I'm
the
saying.
fire.
You can
He
hold
said
that
it's got the
motherfucker.
fire, but it goes back to even when we was growing up. MTV had a show called 16 and
Pregnant.
16 and pregnant.
Or
Yeah.
16 Teen Mom.
Teen Mom too.
That's
Yeah,
what
that
it
one
was.
too.
It's both. It's 2 of shows like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
Right?
it was a 16 and pregnant.
Okay, so I seen we was watching. What was we watching? I think we was watching fucking Beverly Hills Cops or some shit, man. And the fucking commercial came on MTV about Teen Mom reunion or some shit. And I'm like,
Right, where they at now?
How the
kinda
fuck is it
thing?
a reunion? These bitches got to be 30 years old now and got like 3 fucking kids still struggling. But yet y'all were posting this shit like, oh, it's the best thing ever to fucking have 16-year-old kids pregnant and shit out here. Like y'all was making it cool. Like, no, it's fucking not.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, it's not cool at
Like, what the fuck? You know, and then you got shit like this.
Well, it's like people getting mad at being like, you know, it would be nice if there could be more nuclear family. People want to get mad, like, oh boy, it sure would be cool if we had more parents that stayed together with their children as opposed to not be together. You know what I mean?
That's also fucking.
Like, it's kind of like one of those, like, sure, it would. Like, shit happens. It
Yeah.
doesn't always happen, but like, it's one of those things like people get mad about. Like, why would you be mad at that? Like, that's like nature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it'd be good to have both of your folks around as opposed to not.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough to attain.
The shit that's out, and I can't even knock it because it's your freedom of speech and in its expression. But it's that's what's polarized. Like, you got Rhapsody out there, badass MC, but you ain't gonna hear her shit.
Why? Because she's not rapping about her booty hole?
Because she's not rapping about a booty hole. She ain't out here twerking and shit, you know what I mean? She out here spitting. You know what I mean? You're gonna have the most
I'd rather hear
shit
Rod Digger than
all day
than
that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's like, you know,
it's not selling.
It's not even that. It's not that it's selling. It's just that's not what they're portraying out here. Because like, and it goes back to that bullshit with that movie, that Clone Tyrone. There's a song they got in there that's just as fucking dumb as this one. And motherfuckers like, man, every time this song go on, I just feel like I gotta go to sleep. And that's how they control the populace. Like, when these motherfuckers are sneaking through the strip club, they're like, yo, you gotta slow them down. Alright, they cut on this song and motherfuckers starting to zone out. And they're just stuck on the song. But then he's like, oh, we gotta get these motherfuckers. Like a Lil Jon beat comes on and it's like straight violence, you know what I mean? Like when Trey was sitting there talking about fucking
Knock if you buck.
Yeah. It's that fucking movie just told you what the fuck happens there. Like, that song come on, it triggers a mood.
Well, but like it's like, it's tough to sit here in today's world and try to point out just how brainwashed and mind controlled people are. Like,
I really don't think it's that hard anymore.
No. I'm saying, like, it's tough to like tell them and have them like listen. It's easy for us to sit here and point it out because we see it.
Yeah.
But to like get somebody to like see it for themselves.
Oh yeah.
Just, you can't be like, oh, you know, that's, hey, you see how you're brainwashed?
Yeah, the chicken sandwich, the iPhones, the standing in line for fucking Jordans, all that shit.
Right.
Like, makes those buying the Beyonce and Taylor Swift tickets that are gonna put you in debt.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I wouldn't want to go out and charge the kind of money that would put people in debt. Like, if we were on tour, we could do that and like make money.
Who's the
I wouldn't
artist?
want to charge so much that it would be.
There was
like,
a guy.
Did you hear about The Cure? The Cure came out and has done like their biggest tour ever, and they like made it a point to make sure that the tickets, I don't think, were over $60 or something, and they just did really big venues.
That might have been
had a
them.
Huge fucking tour.
That might have been them, because there was a group talking about how there's no reason to charge this amount of money. You know, if you're gonna perform, I don't need all these theatrics. I just people want to come and hear you play. And I can charge people this amount, and they're gonna come out here and watch it because they enjoy what the fuck that I'm playing. Like, to pay asinine money for, it's like paying for the Super Bowl. Yeah, I like football, but I'm not gonna pay that asinine money to go out there to watch a game that could be possibly boring as fuck.
Right? You want to give me $5,000 to go watch? I mean, if the beautiful thing is, because the Redskins are not playing in the Super Bowl in the future, I'm not going to go to the Super Bowl. Even if the Commanders get there, I'm like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, the Redskins are my team, so they're not playing. All right, well, I ain't watching. You know what I mean? Like, I
could save that money and watch it at home, or watch it with peoples and have a good fucking time, just as good a time as if I was there, without the headache, without having some irate fucking fan getting on my nerves. Like, even when you go to, and then here's the other thing, when you go into these concerts now, you got people throwing shit at the artists and shit. That's a whole nother fucking thing that's fucking stupid as shit. Yeah. So you're going to pay your money to throw something at somebody on stage, to then have them possibly say, fuck you, I'm out, I'm not doing this shit.
Y'all, I'm leaving the show now. Yeah, that could happen.
So now you have other people there that have paid all this money that want to see somebody that can act right, but you want to be the ignorant motherfucker there. You liable to get your ass handed to you. If I done spent all this fucking money, who threw that shit up here? I spent all this money to see this motherfucker, now I can't because you want to be ignorant?
A buddy of mine, like the OG Bobby Knott Johnson, was at a Juggalo Fest years ago. Redman played at, and somebody threw something and hit Redman in the head, and he said, who the fuck did that? And then he was like, whoop that motherfucker's ass, and the people in the crowd beat the shit out of the guy.
That's liable to happen to these motherfuckers.
Yeah, well, like, but that's real world justice, right?
Yeah,
which is like not
instant
not
karma.
Something, well, it's not something to like promote per se or encourage, but it's something that's like, well, that shit happens. It's like the dude you were in the bar fight with because somebody smacked a chick, and then y'all sort of defended this woman and beat the shit out of a bunch of people, right? That's kind of what happened. Well, that you know, if I'm a cop and I show up and that's like the story I get from multiple people, I'm not fucking arresting people.
Nah.
Get the fuck on. Like, that's what you deserve, shitheads.
Yeah.
Press charges. I don't give a fuck.
You wanted to start this bullshit, so hey, you fucked around, found out.
Exactly.
Here it is.
Exactly. It's like, to not have the expectation of bad things, like to like walk around talking shit, saying things to people that you ain't got no fucking business saying to them, and not expecting anything bad to ever come of it. Like interjecting yourself into other people's business is a bad idea, regardless of whether they need your interjection.
Because most of the time they really don't. Most of the time it's okay.
If it's not, I'm falling down, please take the baby out of my hands while I'm falling.
Some shit like that, some life or death shit situation.
Right.
If a motherfucker's going off about some other shit, let him go. Like, all right. So that one
it's
lady.
Like when I was saying about the brawl in Alabama or whatever, right? How shit's popping off. It's time to go. Like if it's not like you getting jumped, like I'm not getting involved. You know what I'm saying? If it's not one of y'all, if it's not somebody I like really give a shit about, like, oh, it's time to go.
But see, I also understand where the cats come from, because this one dude getting jumped by 4 motherfuckers. Okay, I get that.
I don't like that either. But like, still, like, if I'm not directly involved, I ain't getting involved. Like, that's that bullshit. Like, I'd rather pull out and put one in the air. Pow! You know what I mean? Like, shut the show down. Y'all need to chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Quiet down,
like some Wild West shit.
Yeah.
Just pop off one in the air so that everybody stops and what the fuck just happened. Y'all better chill the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like,
I get that too.
Like, I'd rather just leave than jump in on that shit. Like, if it ain't people I give a fuck about, I ain't getting in on that. Like, I ain't jumping in with no random people I don't know, because I don't know what the reason it's happening is.
Then on top of that, you still got other shit too, because you got motherfuckers that I've seen motherfuckers jump into fights that were happening, and motherfuckers try to jump in and even try to break shit up, and then they end up getting fucked up.
That's right. You can't break shit up.
Not only getting fucked up, like either getting stabbed or shot. I've seen the shit happen.
You need to hose them like a dog fight. Pull out
down a little bit.
Exactly. I bust out the hose on them. I go over with that old school water. Remember the water thing they had in the cartoons back in the day? They spray you in the face with?
The jug? The seltzer jug?
Yeah, the seltzer jug. I run up on you and spray you with that shit.
But yeah, it's just the way things are going now, man. It's about to boil over. It's too much shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Something's boiling. Something's getting hot.
Things are getting too close, bro.
You got the fucking weather doing all kinds of weathery things, like the fucking
the fucking hurricane out
over in Southern California
and Vegas.
Remember Tony? It never rains in Southern California.
Well,
it did this weekend.
When it do.
Yeah. Like they said, ain't shit touched land like that since the 1930s.
Yeah, it's a whole new.
Here it is, almost 100 years later.
Whole new thing.
Like, oh fuck, they gotta get ready. How the fuck we gonna handle this shit?
10 plus inches in Vegas.
Still talking about the fires in Canada that are still fucking burning.
Right.
That shit's supposed to be blowing in this week again.
Well, like, there's all kinds of dead bees around my house, like the big fucking hornets that, like the Japanese hornets, like live in the trees and shit. There's always at least a half dozen on the ground dead. My dad's like, "What's with that?" I'm like, "Man, they're the fucking canaries in the coal mine. We all gonna die."
Yeah, basically.
You know what I'm saying?
It's whatever the fuck they were fucking with that got over here, and now it's killing them off. You got fucking chemicals in the air, the chemicals in the water. Like, what was it? They were talking about forever chemicals that are in the water now. They're trying to sue these companies about that shit.
JFK's been talking. RFK been talking about
these motherfuckers is getting us everywhere. You can't even eat shit no more. The fake chicken, fake meat, pink slime. Fucking this shot you heard they got the new variant now, some new variant. They ain't talked about a fucking variant in months. Now all of a sudden here come wintertime. Oh, we got a new variant, got another shot for y'all motherfuckers to take.
Oh, and they got the RVD shot too. They got multiple new shots coming out.
Oh yeah, they ready. They got you getting shot the fuck up. No, the fuck I ain't. I'm good with my natural herbs and juices, man. Give me my shit and I'm good to fucking go.
Michael, them natural juices.
Goddamn right, man. Nuts and berries. This shit's fucking, it's getting crazy, man. And it's just getting even worse with just the ignorance that they put out. It's like, how much ignorance can you really spit out? I'm waiting for the aliens to show the fuck up.
I don't know if they're gonna, man. We're too stupid, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like, you don't want to go see the family members that are really dumb, do you? You know what I mean? And so, like, think about it like this. If they came here and seeded this planet 10,000, 3,000, 100,000 years ago or whatever to create us, if they took their genetic code and blended it with, like, the best primate and made us, and then they come back and here we are throwing shit at each other, jerking off when somebody tries to arrest us. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being ridiculous. Like,
I think we fucked up with this match.
I think we blew it. I think we went a little too primate on this. Maybe,
hold on,
maybe we should have landized the dolphins instead of the apes.
Whose shit did we put in there? Fuck, man. We fucked up. We used Herman shit.
Right.
God damn it, Herman. I told you to use Stan, not Herman.
The alien that most resembles the Munsters was the one that they took and used mixed with the genetic code.
We just threw it on in there. Herman just spackled his splatter.
Fucking Herman splatter.
But I am looking forward to the week, man. The weekend coming up, man. I'm gonna have a house full of kids come Friday, which is cool.
Your kids too?
My kids,
Y'all come
fucking.
kickball?
Yeah, we going to kickball this Sunday. Yeah, we'll be here for that one. But my kids, sister kids, and my great nephew. So I'm like, you know what? Come on through, because my sister's coming down with me. I'm like, yo, just keep the kids here. I know the kids, they ain't gonna want to go back home. So I'm like I got them. Yeah,
Hey, right on, man. Uncle Mike coming
Yeah, that's
through.
what I do, man. I do my thing. I love the kids.
Well, we know, man. You're clearly like a child-centric human being. You're like, these kids are important.
Oh yeah.
need
Because
to be
at the end
taken
of the day, you gotta think about this though, because this is something that people don't really think about. These kids are the ones that are gonna have to take care of us and take care of the shit when we're gone. Yeah. So
Fuck that. Once I'm in a walker, I'm finding a cliff and running it off that motherfucker.
So wait.
Ain't nobody taking care of me.
You just gonna walk off the
roll that motherfucker right off that cliff, dog.
You want the little scooter then?
Yeah,
you want the scooter with the basket?
Yeah. Once I get that thing, I'm taking it off the cliff.
So okay.
Let's go.
So once you get to that age where you need that scooter, you're gonna find the cliff.
That's right.
You got to put some all-terrain tires on that motherfucker, man.
I don't have like family and fuckers to take care of me and shit. Once I hit a certain age,
you ain't got no nieces and nephews?
I mean, I guess I sort of do, but I ain't worried about them little bastards.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what this motherfucker said.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ever met them?
Nah.
Exactly. So, you know.
Yeah, ain't either.
Fuck I got. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers act like I should.
You got one picked out yet?
Like I got
He
family.
said you got one picked out
Like I
yet?
got just cousin, right? You know, and she's
Not
like,
cousin to Cliff.
no, I haven't got that far. I don't know where I'm gonna be when I end up in the walker. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. But like, you know, like I got this cousin, and she got kids and shit, right? And so she's like learning how to make like the traditional family meals and shit. And I'm like, yeah, you cuz you need to learn how to make that cake and shit. She's like, why don't you learn how to make that cake? The fuck, kids, am I gonna learn how to make a cake for you?
Got a point
Stupid
there.
fucking bitch. You should learn it because you want traditional things to happen that this family's always had happening for your fucking kids. The fuck do I give a shit about that? You know? It's just some dumb shit. Like, how about you deal with actual reality when you're talking to me, cuz? You stupid fucking bitch.
God damn.
Yeah.
Let's tell how you really feel.
I mean, you know, I didn't say her name. You know?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm just tired of people being dumb with me, yo. Like, fuck off with that dumb shit. Like, you know, like, I got a few things I can worry about, and I'm gonna worry about those, try to do them as good as I can, try to get things right. You know, I got the vet, I'm trying to stay in shape, get in better shape so that I can be an old man driving it and not have to trade it in when I get so old I can't drive it no more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna have to trade that in for that rotor scooter.
Right, and then I'm gonna drive it up the fucking cliff and ride off that motherfucker. Right into the I'm gonna go to Hawaii, I'm gonna ride a fucking scooter right into the fucking volcano, Jack.
You want to be the sacrificial land to blow the world up.
I'm gonna try that bitch right into the fucking
Mount Hikalaya, some shit like that.
I'm gonna go stay in a hotel on somebody's annexed land from that burn from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. He wants to be the sacrificial.
To the fish gods, man.
Yeah, right. There you go. You go fishing. I'm gonna stir them up.
Bring water on the goddamn Sunbelt village somewhere. You roll right in the volcano.
Yeah, who cares?
You gotta bring water somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be tough to get that close probably in a scooter. The volcano probably shut down that scooter a little bit too far from the actual spot I need to get to. I'm gonna have to keep thinking, man. I'm gonna have to keep thinking.
Might have to parachute in.
Right, now you're talking.
Parachute in that motherfucker. Take me up 30,000, just drop me out the plane.
Drop me off near that fucking volcano.
It's got a big enough mouth. I know I can aim into it some kind of way.
I can land in that shit.
Yeah, I got that.
I got this.
Jude told me as long as I got that twine, I'm good.
There's gonna be nowhere around here. There's too many trees on them off ramps and all that other shit. You won't be able to. You end up just being busted up, getting gnawed on by some bear or some shit like that.
You want to go up to the Smokies?
Yeah,
like a broken leg, all old as fuck.
That ain't ideal.
You need the Rockies. Appalachia's too veggie.
Right, I need some sheer cliff shit.
Yeah, you need some straight rock.
I need to go out to like Lake Powell and jump off a fucking thing there, ride off a thing there, something like that, like one of these canyons and shit.
Grand Canyon kind of shit.
I need to go to Grand Canyon. Now you're talking.
Oh, you know
ride
what?
my scooter off the edge of the Grand Canyon. That'd be good enough.
Tourists might try to stop you.
Fuck them.
Oh my God! Look at that! Who man, there he comes out there doesn't stop him. Somebody
Fuck
stop
on,
him.
it's over.
Do it at night.
Exactly. Get the fuck out of here, you bastards.
You don't have to have lights on the scooter. They're not going to see it.
All you little young bastards need to shut the fuck up.
Leave me the fuck alone, you little motherfuckers.
You gonna wipe my ass? All right,
driving
then.
this
I'm riding
bitch.
this motherfucker off the cliff.
Your mama
driving
gonna let
this
me get up in it? Is your mama gonna suck my dick right now? No, she's not. Fuck y'all,
Can
I'm
I get a
gone.
blumpkin? And I'm leaving.
You said a blow? God damn.
Yeah.
That's what you want right there?
Yeah, I'm gonna back up too while you're blowing me too. That way I'll just drive off the cliff getting blown.
Yeah, oh, shit.
Oh shit.
I'm going out on full bang.
So you want to be
blowing bangs.
backing up?
Yeah.
Why you getting your dick sucked on the
Yeah.
roller scooter?
Yeah, just fall off that bitch. Just go to the greater bliss. You know what I mean?
Right. That's the essential come and go at the same time.
God damn it.
I'm trying to come and go at the same time.
You know what I mean?
Just the last little hurrah.
Yep, that was
That's
a good
how I was
one.
gonna go too.
That was a good one. Appreciate you, man.
Stupid motherfucker, man. Oh shit. I was gonna say Oh man. Can you see the dude's headline now?
God damn.
Man falls off cliff after getting dick sucked.
Yeah, that's how
Wow,
we go.
getting dicks up.
While getting dick sucked.
While committing oral sex, the man
Yeah.
fell off of a cliff in a walker. You know you really got it going on because by the time that hits, man, they gonna have a Viagra popping hardcore real good.
Oh, yeah.
It's not even, it's gonna be a patch.
Yeah,
then.
it's gonna be a snort.
It'll be, I'm about to say
You're
it'll
gonna
be a
have an
spray.
aerosol spray up in your nose.
Just, no, you're just gonna spray your dick and it's just gonna
Could be.
rock
Yeah, it
hard.
could be that shit too.
I mean, but if it's like that, who's jumping off a cliff, dog? Like, if I'm that old and my dick still works,
I
fuck
don't
am I
know, you're the
worried
one
about?
talking about it, bro.
Well, I'm just saying, once I reach that age where I can't do nothing no more,
so
I'm
then
riding that
you
shit
gotta
off
be
the
at the
cliff.
age where your dick don't work.
Right, if
there
I'm
you go.
non-functional and I need a fucking walker, dude, I'm definitely going off the
Cause
cliff.
that's something to think about, man. When your dick don't work no more,
There ain't reason no we're living now.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck
like
am I
you
gonna
waking
do?
up and this motherfucker just limp.
I can't even beat my dick. Like, hey, I'm
You sit
fuck-
there flicking this motherfucker up like, hey,
You got a
right.
strap on,
Hey.
fuck your old lady.
yo, man,
Yeah, I'm leaving.
you getting
So-
up today? Hey,
Popsicle
No.
stick it.
hey,
Popsicle stick, a Jew and his popsicle sticks. Ladies and gentlemen, with that said,
Physical there, man. I don't know.
yeah, popsicle sticks is bad news too. When you talk about your popsicle stick theory,
you had to put some conduit on it.
What about paper popsicle sticks?
paper.
popsicle
Yeah,
sticks.
they got like paper straws now. They got to have paper
Paper
popsicle
straws are
sticks by
waste.
nowadays.
They're
You know what I'm
garbage.
saying?
Paper
They're
straws
waste.
are garbage. You know it would be too with a
Yeah,
popsicle
but you know the
stick.
heavy fuck California fucks taking over
No, but see,
everything.
here's the fucking stupid thing with the paper straws. This is real quick before we go. You got a paper straw but a plastic cup.
Right?
What the fuck you
When it
doing?
all should be plastic made out of hemp that biodegrades.
Hey, there it is. But no, I can't do that.
Yeah, that would be too efficient and
cray-cray.
ecologically conscientious.
Too cray.
Right, too cray-cray.
Too cray
Me
cray.
and my fucking fix the idea, fix the problem instead of just exacerbating it and
Oh,
using it to
man.
get elected. Fuck. I'm a terrible politician, y'all.
That's the world we in.
I will fix it though if you give me the chance. Mason 2024, 2028, 2022. We're
Somewhere
doing it all.
in there.
2032.
Somewhere in
Ladies and
there.
gentlemen, with that said, we're going to have to bring this episode of the Mason and Friends show to a close.
Oh, yeah.
We'd like to encourage you to listen to old episodes as well as new. Subscribe, like, share.
Please
That
do.
notification bell, whatever the fuck else you got going on. Share this bitch. Make it some likes on the videos and whatnot. Share this motherfucker on Twitter. Make a Twitter account.
Yeah, I
assholes.
gotta do the Twitter. Yeah, I gotta do that.
Share that motherfucker. You get Sweet Jew Jane going and share that motherfucker on Twitter. Holla at your boy. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick.
A little bit by little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Keep moving forward.
That's right. Keep grinding on the shit that you were trying to get done because that is how things get done.
We believe in you.
That's right. Don't forget, we love you very, very much.
Love
We
y'all.
wish you nothing but the best.
All day, every day.
And peace be with you.
Peace.
Gone.